So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. They'll take this forward for about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the play fake, Dak. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tolbert. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up 1st downs without getting to 3rd down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to 3rd and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
A short throw caught by Ferguson. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch,
that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
Great, set.
They'll put Addison in motion. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get rid of it and complete it. They get 22 yards there. Good for an Eagles 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. They'll run it here with Saquon. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Man in motion is Smith. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
From back at the 2 now, here's second and goal. They'll run with Barkley. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Give him a second touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the first.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often. And boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. This drive will start on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Here's Dak to throw. To the left side, he's got Ferguson. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. Here's a run going left. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. On second down, it's Dak. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's first and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here, and that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. Back to throw is Prescott. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Brown.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was was thrown. Me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Great, set.
They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He's able to get away for one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line. A second down throw for Hurts. Got a man. It's A.J. Brown brings it in. It is a big play for the Eagles. And even 30 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
A first down throw for Hurts. That's taken in left side by Smith. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here's a designed run. He's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Man in motion is Smith. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. They'll try and run right on the option. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. Looks like a design run. Hurts has it. And he's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain 1 additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. That one taken in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott good on the extra point. And the Eagles will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now Hurts. He'll let this go for Goddard. That is brought in. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
The most valuable real estate on the field, Mike, that every offense is trying to attack is the middle of the field. So when you have a tight end who's as good as this guy and you can get vertical down the middle, man, that is a nightmare for these defenses to deal with.
They'll run the draw with Barkley. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I don't mind the play call, Mike. We've seen him on this possession have a lot of success through the air. So now you try to change it up and think the defense is selling out to stop the pass. Just try to sneak a draw in there. Not much luck. They're able to take him down for a loss.
Now a screen set up for Barkley. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down.
73. Delta.
Hurts to throw. A throw on the move is caught. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get it. points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing is Hurts. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. A pass caught by Saquon. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Prescott now. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of this defense.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd. The Eagles going to send their field goal unit out. This one from 49. And that is no good. He missed it. So we've reached halftime here in South Philly, and the Eagles are on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the 2nd half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. Hurts finding Smith, and an Eagle, first down. On the ground, this is Barkley. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Man in motion is Smith. Once again, it's Barkley. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Philadelphia.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and
a throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bland. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
First down 10 at the 27-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. On play action, here's Dak. Working his way across the field, caught by Lamb. He's taken down just shy of the 10. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. They'll stick with him again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Now Prescott. A dive for the end zone, but he loses the football. And this is taken in by the defense. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
A big play after being backed up. 41 yards. Hurts looking to throw on first down. Now he takes, the ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
Here's third down and a few inches. Man in motion is Brown. We'll try to pick this up with the jet sweep. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
No touch it. Hey, easy, 63, 63. No touch.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he will score. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Let's take. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. 17 yards, the gain there. That's good for a Dallas 1st down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He works free, right side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Dallas. Now Aubrey for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Cowboys are able to edge a bit closer. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, here is Ainias Smith. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
Great, set. No touch.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he'll take this to about the 28. Marquise Bell up to make the stop.
No touch.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as the tackle's made at the 36.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
No touch, set. No touch.
They'll run. It's Barkley. Up the sideline, past midfield. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. Trying to get to that pylon. Not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1. Big-time play for Philly. A pickup of 44 yards. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Man in motion is Smith. And he's in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott on now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Eagles are going to extend their lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is,
for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on.
And he will score again. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year.
His kick is good. Score Eagles 49, Cowboys 14.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First down, Prescott. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Adoree Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. He's got it at the 7. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
They'll try the jet sweep. Here comes Brown. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. So push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And now it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Hurts. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he nearly got away, but they finally bring him down at about the 3 to set up 4th down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Fourth down. Here's Hurts. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
They'll begin here on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, here we go. I think. 26.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
Prescott. Lets it go downfield for Ferguson.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down.
26.
Throwing is Prescott. That's taken in.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Great, set.
Man in motion is Brown.
Delta.
Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he's got another one. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And this has to feel good for this team, Greg. After losing week 1, to continue to add to the lead here in the 4th quarter and get themselves likely back to 500.
Yeah, just a really nice bounce-back performance. After talking to them, they felt really disappointed in their week 1 performance. They felt like they got off to a slow start, Mike. So now here in week 2, bounce back, deal with a little adversity early in the season. I think this is going to bode well as the rest of this year plays on.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I take.
Back to throw is Prescott. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. Here comes 3rd and 6. To throw is Prescott. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. A gain there of 10 yards. That's good for a Dallas 1st down. Prescott now. He'll get rid of it and complete it.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. It came up a little bit short there on 3rd down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in 4-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores. You cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's down the field for Lamb. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. He takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Man in motion is Brown. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone, and that is a safety. Well, the quarterback just kept going back and back, and you're wondering, what's he going to do? And, well, there's the answer. He's going to give the defense 2 points.
Yeah, and you have to wonder, Mike, did he just lose track of actually how far he was retreating? And at some point, you think that ball's going to come out, and he's going to throw it away and move on to the next down, but he didn't, and now the defense is going to take advantage and get 2 points.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott on 1st down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. He's got it. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. A big connection from Dak to CD. A gain of 48. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Right to play it.
On the play fake, Dak. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Whoa! And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Let's go now!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Open man downfield is Smith. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off. But not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and they showed they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows.
He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. It's 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Brown comes to get the jet sweep. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They get the victory away from home in the division, which is so valuable.